Okay, we're starting upstairs. This is the interior plumbing and appliances video. So we're upstairs, we're in the east bathroom, and coming in here, and everything is supposed to go down, it goes down. Bye, Timmy! Hot's on the left, cold's on the right, the diverter works, the stopper works. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right, drain stopper works. We don't have percolators, that's the word of the day. Overflow drains, okay, so they're not required. They are not required. So, but just know that not having them, I mean, that's good information to know, because, you know, if you got a kid up here, you know, or an absent-minded uncle, comes up here and somebody has the drain stopper on, and they're washing their Barbie or whatever, and they get distracted, or somebody calls the distracted uncle or whatever, and it continues to run, there's nothing to keep it from running over. Okay, so we don't have percolators, no big deal. Well, I haven't checked this one. Keep me honest. I checked the other two on the other side, and you're off. Okay, that's a good thing. I'll check it on do the interior. I should, in a minute, we should find the GFCI is tripped over on the other side. Okay, so boring. Okay, boring is good. Boring is good during the home inspection. Moving on along, I've taken some liberty to put blue paint on a lot of places where I see that the finishes could be better. And you're going to see a lot of blue tape, but I didn't put it on nearly all of them. Alright? I put it on some of them as a courtesy. It's really not what a home inspector does, but that's what I did today. Put some blue tape around. Coming in here, oh, now this is on. But these fans, okay, listen, they make rattling sounds. I went up and I checked the air conditioning system to make sure. And it's not the air conditioning system, it's the wind. It's very windy today. If you saw the camera pole video, it was kind of embarrassing, but that was an event. And no percolator. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. Reset it. Okay, GFCI works in the other bathroom as well. Come along, everything goes down, it's supposed to go down. Bye, Timmy. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right, diverter stopper works, all that. Fine and fine and fine. Now on my way down, I'm just going to go ahead and take this opportunity. Probably another one. So this door's painted on the front and the back. It's painted on the sides. This door's painted on 4 sides. The manufacturer thinks that it should be painted on 6 sides. The top and bottom rails are not finished on these doors. Now, to be honest, or to provide a little bit of perspective, I have yet to see the tops and the bottom of the rails painted on new construction. Since I know I've been in some houses where, you know, obviously they had. You know, it was just the fit and finish, and the price point was so incredible. But, you know, since I've been made aware of this, the manufacturer, you know, says that you're supposed to paint them, and since I was made aware of that, then I've yet to find one. Smoke alarms and carbon monoxide alarms are in all of the appropriate locations, and they work. I work by pushing the little buttons right there. And that's how we know it works. By the way, I might not have pushed every button, but I walked in every room and I heard the alarm in every room. Okay, this is the downstairs half bath, is that right? That's a closet. So this room, technically, is a study. It's not a, that's why everybody has 2 doors. this is technically not a bedroom, because if somebody was using this as a bedroom, they would have to go through another bedroom on this floor to take a bath. Or they had to go upstairs and go over there to take a bath. And they could. I mean, you know, there's more than one way to take a bath. So, thermostat's down here. The upstairs thermostat, I'll talk about that on the interior video. Which you've already seen, if you would have seen this one. I put paper in the bottom and filled the shower up. Trying to make the shower pan leak, and I wasn't able to do that. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. That is your dilution valve, or some people call it a tempering valve. But call it what you will. We were expecting, we wanted to see that. That makes it so that you don't scald yourself, particularly in the bathtub, because they have separate handles. I understand that it's pretty much for one fixture. Is probably, the plumbing is probably pretty closely tied to this bathtub. I get that. Some other people, you know, feel like that tempers the water in other places. I don't get that. Boring. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. Again, no perlator. GFCI works. Everything goes down, supposed to go down. More blue tape. More blue tape. Moving on along. The manufacturer's installation instructions supersede code. This is not a ventless fireplace. Okay, it has a flue on the outside. It must get its combustible air from the living space. It must. There's a glass front, has a screen. If the manufacturer's okay with that, then who am I to say, you know, except that I don't have the manufacturer's installation instructions. I don't know if the manufacturer is okay with that. Is the manufacturer okay with the fact that we do not have a hearth extension? Okay. Is the manufacturer okay with that? Because if any ashes, but we don't have ashes, it's artificial gas logs, behind a glass window. But if ashes were to pour out, then it would burn your carpet, you know, or worse. But one thing that the hearth extension does is it's a visual reference, because people should not be up, you know, touching this, you know, bumping into it, kids and stuff getting burned. So that's what that's about. We got a button over here. Instant romance. There you go. All right. Somebody said the wrong word. Okay. Dates off. So we're coming on along. Now the National Marble Institute says if the countertop, if it extends more than 10 inches, then there should be a corbel underneath there to support it. But we have these metal slats, and those can work as a corbel. They're looking for the support, but I wasn't here when they installed it. I don't know how far the metal slats go. I don't know what kind of good they do. I don't know those kinds of things. And moving on along here, dishwasher's on. This is our cooktop. On. There. Fire everywhere. Come on. Okay, so that's what we got. Now let's go under. Let's see what else we got. You know what I'm not seeing? Gas valve. But you know what I'm not seeing? If it's an installed cooktop, or an installed gas range, which I think is electric range, but if it's an installed cooktop, sediment traps are required. Kind of like what we saw with the furnace video upstairs, up in the attic, the furnace video earlier. Okay, so we do not have a sediment trap for our cooktop. Come on, folder index. Oh, that's what that weird beep was. I ran out of battery. Okay, it happens. Well, I had to watch the video. Find out what I found out. Okay, vent fan works, but the light doesn't work. There it goes, just a second away. And it's high enough. These are all good things. Fire blocking plate. Thank you, builder. Oh my goodness. So our luminary doesn't work in the cooktop. Our oven. That's kind of interesting. These are all GFCI protected. Which, by the way, speaking of GFCI protected, there's some lively debate about this room sharing a circuit with the kitchen. Alright? And I guess the debate could get even more lively with this room sharing the whole kitchen circuit. It's GFCI protected for the kitchen. So that's a lively debate. We've got GFCI in this room, we've got GFCI in that room, we've got GFCI everywhere we're supposed to have it. And it's okay to have it in other places. You can't be too safe. The question comes in to how many areas can share an electric circuit with the kitchen. That's the question. That's the question. So we come over here, on, off. Quick start 350. Well, let's just do that. Turn the light on. Idle. Light. Start. Okay. Coming all along here. We got the fancy supposed to tell you when the water is going. We'll find out if we have hot water here in a minute. Coming on along over here, this runs the battery for the light that tells you the temperature of the water. This is a 1/3 horsepower food waste disposal. Now code says the switch for the food waste disposal. Woo, does that sound loud to you? Sounds loud to me. There's the power supply for the dishwasher and the food waste disposal, and they should have they're GFCI protected. They should have little stickers on them. Okay. This is an air admittance valve because we can't run a vent pipe. I mean, we didn't want to run a vent pipe up through the ceilings and rooms and stuff. So this is a mechanical device. I've never seen one fail, but if it starts getting wet or starts smelling down here, the plumber might need to replace that one day because it is a mechanical part. Now code says that the food waste disposal switch should be within sight when you're operating. So you wouldn't just turn it on like I just did. That could be your wedding ring up there, what you just heard. And your hand could be on it. So that's, it could be on your hand. Let me get that right. So that's what code says. But the manufacturer supersedes code, just like the manufacturer for the fireplace over there. And that ceiling fan doesn't work. I can't get the ceiling fan to work. So the manufacturer says as long as it's less than 1 horsepower, it's okay to put a switch underneath the countertop. That's alright, that's what the manufacturer says. 1/2, 3/4, 5/8, just as long as it's not less than 1 horsepower, then you can put the switch down here. But the manufacturer also says that this should not be a rocker switch. The manufacturer says you should have one of those ugly on-off switches like you do in the upper attic. The upper attic has one of those switches that you need over here. Still not getting any hot water, or it's not showing me any. I feel hot. It's getting warm. Is it turning purple? I don't know. I don't know if it's turning purple or not. As long as it's not hot, let's come over here. Get this wet. I guess I could have used that other. Paper out of the shower. Don't have to be wasteful. Texas Real Estate Commission says I should heat a container of water. This is a container of water. I also have this thing called magic light. I won those because I was the smartest kid in the room one night, and so I got that as a present. These lights are the magic lights are supposed to blink on and off. It just doesn't get in here and get hot. It's a microwave. It's supposed to cycle. So we just come over here and we plus 30 seconds. The light comes on and look, on off. Is that cool or what? Alright, you might as well hang it up right now. You don't have to watch anything else. You know how I know it works? Hot, 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 hot. That's how I know it works. You turned off automatically. How come you don't tell me? Okay, that's cold. That's hot. Are you turning red? There it goes. That tells you the water's hot. This tells you the water's cold. Okay, that's how you know. Now we're talking about the manufacturer over here on the food waste disposal, on the switch, saying that needed to be a certain type of switch and that could be there and that kind of thing, and what the manufacturer says and all these things. Well, the sink manufacturer, okay, they delivered with this a package of clips, okay, little metal clips that clip up underneath there. You're supposed to drill holes in this. They should have been installed. Alright, and what you really have instead of clips holding your sink up is two boards with drywall screws in them. Just put a stick up there, Philip. We're going to the beer store. Oh, Doug, you're the fastest guy in the shop. I know. I'm getting a raise next week. I know. That's how we do it. That's how we do it out here. We just put some sticks up there. Manufacturer, they had other plans. What do they know? They only made the stuff. They don't really know. Now this is a little out of my wheelhouse, if you will. But this is where the refrigerator goes. This is the ice maker and all this stuff. And this is your refrigerator. And this is the rest of your kitchen. And this is, kind of goes beyond code even. But it's called a work triangle. And anytime you're cooking over here, you've got to come over to this other continent in order to do your cooking. So it's something to keep in mind. That's a word from my sponsor. And then we're going to end up over here because I got so excited about not finding everything's supposed to go down, goes down, hot's on the left, cold's on the right. And I just got so boring. Okay. And so I got in here, and this is your laundry, GFCI protected. This is GFCI protected. It's 4-prong electric, and it works. I tested it all. And this is your clothes dryer, and your clothes dryer vent, and it's supposed to be labeled with the length on it. You're supposed to know how wide it is, what size of piping you have, how many bends it has, and how long it goes, and if it's rated, so that you know whether your clothes washer has enough oomph to push out. And you're supposed to have a notice underneath there, which you don't have. You're supposed to have a notice underneath there. Did I mention that fan's not working? Well, maybe it is. I found another switch. There we go. Never mind. So what did we learn? We learned that everything flushes, hot's on the left, cold's on the right, nothing's really crazy. We learned that all the smoke alarms are in the right places. I keep hearing one chirping. Hear that? I keep hearing one chirping. And that means that's an indication that the battery should be changed, which I don't understand, as new as it is. So we learned that we do not have a sediment trap for our cooktop. We learned, and we're not through with this. We learned that our sink was held up with sticks. We learned that we got the wrong kind of switch. We learned, I guess cooktop doesn't have a sediment trap. Not that much going on, which is a good thing. Just kind of walk through here. The plumbing upstairs is pretty boring. Plumbing downstairs is pretty boring.